The truth about Tekashi 69's massive debt from millions to auctions. Hi guys, welcome back to the Crisis Trends YouTube channel once again, and please kindly subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you can get any video that I post here. Here we share content about trending stories from celebrity vibes from local to global, trending stories, celebrity movements and other stuff. He had the rainbow hair, the diamond chains, the millions of flowers and the loudest mouth in hip-hop. But behind all that noise, Tekashi 69's bank account was quietly bleeding. From luxury cars to platinum plaques, the IRS have been stripping away his empire piece by piece. Today, we uncover the secrets about how Tekashi went from millions to massive debts and whether he can ever recover. Daniel Hernandez, better known as 69, burst into the rap scene in 2017 with his breakout hit Gamu. The aggressive delivery, the gang affiliations and the rainbow hair, he was impossible to ignore. Few years ago, he went from selling clothes on the streets of Brooklyn to his massive clout attention, riding in luxury sports cars and dropping banks of cash on social media. By 2018, 69 had signed a $10 million record deal, and his songs were racking up hundreds of millions of streams. His collaboration with artists like Nicki Minaj topped the Billboard Hot 100, and his brand was controversial as it was profitable. But as we all know, fame doesn't always mean financial security. Even before the debt news broke, there were warning signs. Legal troubles were piling up, from racketeering charges that landed him in prison to lawsuits and unpaid fees. But I have a problem with 69. Like rappers in general, a lot of rappers don't even pay their fees, especially their taxes and their bro. In 2020, after being released early from prison due to COVID concerns, Tekashi tried to make a comeback, but his album, Tattoo Tales, didn't sell as expected. His shows were limited, his public appearances were too low, and without consistent touring and streaming dominance, the flow of cash that helped him to live luxurious lifestyle began to dry out. The breaking point came in April 2024. The IRS raided Tekashi's home in Florida because of unpaid taxes. They didn't just show up for a conversation, they came to take something. Luxury vehicles like his Lamborghini Urus and Bentley Continental GT were seized. They weren't just random cars, they were symbols of his wealthy persona. The Lamborghini was sold for $175,000 and the Bentley was also sold for $85,000. That's like $250,000. That's like quarter, bro. So these are all cars that were seized and they have been sold. All the money is going to the government, bro. You just don't pay your taxes. That's what will gonna happen to you. Early 2025, more than 40 personal items of Tekashi's went on the auction block. Jewelry more than hundreds of thousands of dollars, his handbags, and even his platinum plates were sold just to settle his debts. Some fans couldn't believe it that a rapper who once flexed millions can be reduced to the extent that his platinum plates are being sold out to strangers. But this wasn't a publicity stunt, it was a legal process. This thing always comes when you owe and you can't pay. While the IRS was chasing him for taxes, another massive problem ended on Tekashi's lap. $9 million judgment against him. This came from a Miami exotic dancer named Alexis Celebarios. He accused Tekashi of hitting her in the head with a champagne bottle at a nightclub. The court sided with her and awarded her almost $10 million in damages. A court-appointed receiver was brought in to seize Tekashi's remaining assets for her. So the girl is now rich, bro. He's now rich, bro. Millionaire, bro. That meant even more auctions, more liquidations, and more financial bleeding. Publicly, Tekashi still tries to maintain the image of the onboarded, loud, and the flashy, luxurious rapper. He posts videos with luxurious cash, a lot of cash, and luxury mansions. But industry insiders and financial experts say much of these are either rented or borrowed, or even like old videos, bro. So these people are just trying to say Tekashi is now living fake lifestyle, counterfeit lifestyle, mirage. In reality, Tekashi is now owning multi-million dollars. In reality, it will take years to even clear all these debts. But the big question, can Tekashi 69 bounce back again? This question isn't simple. On one hand, his name is still widely recognized. Controversy has always been part of his brand, and some artists turn scandals into comebacks. But on the other hand, the music industry has shifted. Streaming numbers aren't what they used to be, and his legal troubles make it harder to secure brand deals and big brands. To recover, Tekashi will need consistent hit records, heavy touring, and a strong social media presence, all while navigating the fact that any money he earns could be seized to pay off debts. Bro, if it was me, I'll just pack my bags and go and live at Asia or those places, because this thing can even make you commit suicide. Tekashi's story is a modern day warning about fame, money, and choices. You can go from the top of the chart to financial rock bottom in just a few years. Not because you stopped making money, but because you stopped managing it. Whether you love him or hate him, there's no denying 6ix9ine's rise was explosive, and his fall is just a dramatic. And the only question now, will this be the end of Tekashi's 6ix9ine flashy era, or the start of an even wilder comeback? What do you think? Is Tekashi 6ix9ine done for good, or will he shock the world again? Bro, what did you learn from this Tekashi 6ix9ine story, bro? This thing can happen to anyone. It can happen to anyone. So those who think they are rich millionaires, this thing can happen to anyone. But I'm very, very worried for the rapper. I don't know whether he's a rapper or a singer. He has been in the game for years, but way back we used to hear his name, Tekashi 6ix9ine, but now his name is not in the industry no more. All because of this story, bro. This story have spoiled his name, his brand, and everything. The brands that he have way back have now even stopped working with him. So you don't have any brand, bro. This thing have spoiled his image, bro. I'm very, very worried. I'm very, very worried, bro. God, please help Tekashi 6ix9ine. God, help him, bro. Cause this thing is just outrageous. This is just crazy. It's insane. He's just there. Though he know that he haven't paid his taxes, but he doesn't know that it can even end this way. Like he would have paid it way back. This story can happen to anyone, but even the money that he's going to make, even when he make a comeback, the money that he's going to make, they are going to use those money to settle his debt. Then the debt is more than $10 million, bro, because they have seized his Lamborghinis, his awards. They have sold those awards, but still there is still enough. The debt is still there. So you just imagine how much was it, bro? Like more than $50 million or so, bro. Because they are saying that even if he make a comeback, they will still seize the comeback. The IRS are saying this. The comeback will be seized because he owned the government. So that means he haven't paid any tax since he started this thing. Since he blew up in 2018 with the song Gamma. He haven't paid any tax, bro. He paid nothing, because if you have paid something, I don't think it will end here, bro. Kindly subscribe and be part of this community.